Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this regular public meeting of the Dieppe City Council. On this 11th day of March, we shall begin with our welcoming word. Dear colleagues, let's have serenity to accept the things we can't change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So I want to remind tonight we almost half the month over, but essentially March is the month, the kidney month. Take good care of your kidneys. Kidney. Take good care of your kidneys during this month and all year long. This is Kidney Month. I thought I would mention it. And the meeting has been called to order. We have a quorum, obviously. Conflict of interest. Did we receive any conflict of interest? No conflict of interest reported. Mrs. Asano, yes. If you have a conflict of interest, you will have to fill in the form at 10.2. Thank you. Thank you. Nobody else? Let's continue with adoption of the agenda. Moved by Councillor Leblanc, seconded by Councillor Cormier on the question. Let's keep it simple, please. Please, simple. No question. All those in favor say aye. Contrary minded, nay. Carried as presented. Next item, presentation, inquiries and petitions. 7.1, inquiries by council members to the Kodiak Regional RCMP. The Superintendent Kishlo is with us tonight. Do you have any questions for our distinguished guest, Mr. Kishlo? Thank you. I don't see any questions, but I will let you talk if you have something to say. Thank you, Your Worship. As usual, our statistics are on the website. As usual, I hope that you have noticed our visibility in the neighborhood. We mentioned to our members the importance of being visible. I hope that it will happen as you wish. That's all. Thank you. That brings no comments, no question. We thank you for this additional effort with the circulation and transportation. It's often the first call that we receive from the citizen. It's on that issue. Thank you for your cooperation. Next items on the agenda, questions by members of the public. None. So, adoption of minutes of February 25th, moved by Councillor Thibodeau, seconded by Councillor Arsenault, that we adopt the minutes of February the 25th last. On the question. No question. All those in favor say aye. Contrary minded, nay. Carried as presented. And we'll proceed now with item 10.1, administration. 10.1.1, Mr. Melanson. Thank you, Your Worship. Good evening, members of Council. You have in front of you a directive that was adopted by Council in a previous meeting. Is a purchase between the City of Dieppe and you have 4 lots that are an equivalent value that were exchanged. It's to make this directive public. To read it, Mr. Leblanc. Thank you, Your Worship. That the Council expansion Dieppe to the city of Dieppe. A. Lot 0702 Champlain Street, NBD 9283, 1 Lorraine Street, C. PIN 0122 Lorraine Street. D. Portion of bid 704-58310, 78 acres for municipal snow disposal site. City of Dieppe to expansion Dieppe 1 PID 70367818 lot 01-4A Engelhardt Street. 2 PID 703938582 lot 03-20 Ruffin Street. 3 PID 703935590 lot 03-21 Ruffin Street. PID 703933603 lot 0322 Root Street. Portion of PID 70368584, 35.8 acres, unused by the city. I so move, Your Worship. Moved by Councillor Leblanc, seconded by Mr. Corbier. So on the question. No question. All those in favor of the resolution say aye. Contrary minded, nay. Carried as presented. 10.2.1, Mr. Melanson. Councillor Arsenault is leaving. Let's wait until she leaves. Please be it noted that Councillor Arsenault has left the room having declared a conflict of interest. Your Worship, the unsightly premises with an individual appeal a decision. The law, Article 134 says that a citizen committee must be established. What this working group must hear the appeal that is submitted before the municipality. So we want to establish a committee with 5 individuals who are interested to sit on that committee. Following the directive from council, we'll go ahead, if it's approved by the city, to hear the appeal of unsightly premises. To read it, Monsieur Alain. Thank you, Your Worship. Pursuant to Section 134 of the Local Governance Act, that council appoint the following members on the Dangerous or Unsightly Premises Appeals Committee of the City of Dieppe for a term ending December the 31st, 2019. Luc Elsliger, Mylène Roy, Mia Vautour, Robert J. Arsenault, and Claudette LeBlanc. I so move, Your Worship. Moved by Councillor Alla, seconded by Councillor Thibodeau. On the question, Mr. Cadet. Thank you, Your Worship. Just a question. The work of that committee. Sometimes some decisions are very subjective, and sometimes it's clear it's subjective. Well, these people have the opportunity to receive some training before they undertake their work. What are the parameters, what they have to look for? It can be quite complicated, especially when we talk about the legal aspect. Mr. Simard, thank you, Your Worship. The answer is yes. There is a training session tomorrow night, and Thursday we'll train all the members. A bilingual guide, everything has been planned. Thank you. Other questions? So if there's no other questions, all those in favor of the resolution say aye. Contrary minded, nay. Carried as presented. 10.3.1. Here you have before you a policy, the financial incentive toward the installation of charging station. Ms. Arsenault, we forgot about her. Sorry. I was saying, within our sustainable plan with the municipality, one of the action was to establish an incentive for changing station for domestic use in the budget, it was presented as something new in the budget 2019. So we developed this policy, and we are presenting it to you tonight, and we'll make it public so that the people can take advantage of a grant, a subsidy, to charge have a charge station. It's for your approval. To read the proposal, Mr. Thibodeau. Thank you, Your Worship. That Council adopt policy Z-3 2019 entitled Financial Incentive towards the installation of charging stations for domestic use. Move and seconded. On the question. No question. All those in favor say aye. Contrary-minded nay. Carried as presented. 11.1. Bylaw C relating to traffic and parking of the City of Moncton, Mr. Melanson. Here, this is the revision of Bylaw C13. Some summaries. It's reading by title only tonight. No, by summary reading, and the third reading by title only, which is mainly the amendment of prohibited parking on Riso between Notre Dame and College. We've received many complaints from the people living in that area. So to read the bylaw, Mr. Brito, since you are familiar with all that beautiful part of our community, for a summer reading. Thank you, Your Worship. Bylaw C-1 2019, a bylaw relating to traffic and parking in the City of Dieppe, pursuant to an authority vested in it by the Local Governance Act, RSNB 2017, Chapter 18, and Motor Vehicle Act, RSNB 1973, Chapter 17, the Council of the Municipality of Dieppe duly assembled and act as follows. 1. Definition. 2. Provincial, regional, and municipal streets. 3. Truck routes. 4. Signs or other traffic control devices. 5. Prohibited parking. 6. Shipment, offloading, and delivery zone. 7. Impoundment. 8. Emergency. 9. Recreational vehicle parking permit. 10. Infraction and penalties. Section 20 of Schedule A of said bylaw is repealed and replaced by the following. 20. Cousteau Street. A. At any time, both sides from Notre Dame Street easterly for a distance of 105 meters. B. At any time, north side from College Street westerly for a distance of 250 meters from December the 1st to March the 31st. No, that's it. Moved by Councillor Brito, seconded by Councillor Arsenault. On the question. No question. All those in favor of adopting by summary reading say aye. Contrary-minded nay. So the bylaw C-1 2019 is adopted by summary reading and will proceed with the third reading by title only. Mr. Brito. Just the title. Bylaw relating to traffic and parking in the City of Dieppe. I should have said bylaw number C-1 2019. I so move. Moved by Councillor Brito, seconded by Councillor Arsenault. On the question. No question. All those in favor say aye. Contrary-minded nay. So the third reading of bylaw C-1 2019 is adopted in third and final reading. This concludes number 12, notice of motion. Did we receive any notice of motion? No. 13, inquiries. An announcement by members of council. We'll begin on my right with Councillor Gadet. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you, Your Worship. Just 2 points that I want to raise tonight. First of all, I would like to invite many people in the activity that is happening on March 14th. It's celebration of the 2018 United Way campaign for Greater Moncton. It's at that time that we will announce the 10 winners of the organization that have organized fundraising events. It will be on March 14 from 12 to 2:30 at La Paix Centers on Church Street in Moncton. Second thing, I would like to wish the Green, not the Green Party, I mean the people, the Irish people, it's their St. Patrick weekend. I want to wish them a happy weekend with some green beer or green drinks without mentioning, making any names. And I want to wish to all our Irish citizens of Dieppe a good weekend. Thank you, Your Worship. Thank you. As we all know, several people on March 17 find that they are of Irish descent. Thank you. Councillor LeBlanc. Thank you, Your Worship. I don't have anything to say tonight. Thank you. Councillor Cormier. Thank you, Your Worship. Simply wish good luck to Matador, who are presently in Ville, and they are ahead 6-1 against the Tragedy team. W.A. Second team will be Wednesday night in Tragedy. With the talent they have, I don't think they need good luck. They have a lot of talents. We have a lot of hope. Councillor Brideau, thank you, Your Worship. I have nothing tonight to add. Thank you. Councillor Boutier, thank you, Your Worship. I would like to congratulate all the volunteers who participated to the Dieppe tournament. There was over 111 teams. There were teams from PEI, Nova Scotia, as far as Quebec. Gatineau was represented here tonight, and it was a great success. It's a tournament where 72 outside teams are present. It's millions of dollars for our great community. All part of volunteers. Congratulations to all those who participated. Thank you. We talk often of sport tourism. We see the impact it can have. Congratulations to the organization and good success, Mr. Thibodeau. Thank you, Your Worship. I have nothing for tonight. Mr. Snow, thank you, Your Worship. Two points. I hope that the young people had a good March break, that March break went well. The other thing is today, I went to the 1 million kilowatt 360 in Moncton. Southeast landfill gas. They put a new generator, they installed a new generator, and everything they do with the garbage from the neighborhood is fantastic. And we are very happy with the work. They have over 140 employees, and they are doing an awfully great job with our garbage, and it's profitable. The worship can talk more because it's very knowledgeable of the issue. Thank you to mention it. Today we celebrated the 10 million kilowatt hours of power that happened in December. So we're already at 111.5 million kilowatt hour with the metal gas that we feed, and we must congratulate the people from the Southeast Regional Commission, and especially the person responsible for that project, Mr. Roland Leblanc, a man from Dieppe. Most people in the room know him, an engineer by trade who worked for many years, for a long time with a company, who is now up there with the CSR at the Echo 360 site. And we already talk about a second generator to continue to reduce the impact on greenhouse effects. Not often that a government project can help to reduce the operating cost of a government agency, as is the case for Echo 360. But we charge $3 less, essentially, to all the citizens, all those who participate in the region. It costs us $3 less per year to put the garbage in the ground for that work. When we say there's more than 1/3 of the provincial garbage that are handled, if you wish, or directed towards our landscape, landing. I've talked too much. Thank you, Ms. Sargent. Mr. Ella. Well, that's it. I want to underline the importance of volunteer. And as Mr. Boutier said, there are volunteers who work. I want to mention Maxime Labbé and his team with the Aragon Association 35th anniversary of the tournament in Riverview. It's important, and I want to mention the importance of support, but the people from export tourism, as you mentioned, and also a great volunteer from our area who work at the youth Jeannot Ouellet will be recognized by the Rotary Club with the Paul Harris. Congratulations to Jeannot and his retirement. Thank you. That's it. Thank you very much. That's it for tonight. Good evening, everyone, and see you next time. Good evening.